Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Star Flames. We know that not everything we see on the internet is coming from the Kylie Jenner camp, right? But there are times that we see stuff and we have to wonder, is it coming from the Kylie Jenner camp? Is it somehow influenced by the Kylie Jenners? In this case, we're going to talk about this article in particular from The Sun. The reason why it's drawing my curiosity to think, does Kim or someone from Kim K camp has any influence behind this article, is because what it's saying, it's not true. But how is it that the Sun still went ahead and wrote on this? It's given the sense that it was somewhat influenced, because the reality is, if you guys remember, right, each time we talk about Kim getting a botch procedure, we have people who runs to Kim's rescue saying that, oh my God, if she's suffering from a condition and if she's having problem with self-acceptance, you should not be talking about her like that. But then if there's another woman who got a procedure and the procedure is botched, it is okay for us to talk about that other individual in a manner that is factual. It's not as though we're making up stories, right? So, what these people normally promote, and what I cannot help but to realize and understand, is that people promote talking about other people who got botched, and it's okay for us to talk about them, but it's not okay to talk about Chloe's twisted nose, Kim twisted nose, but it's okay to say Bianca Censori had a botched lip, even though her lip is not giving botch if she did get a procedure. No, in this case, we're talking about the photograph that was shared on her Instagram page when she basically unhid that Instagram page. There was a photo on the main page that says you got mail. So people were in her comment section saying that her lips looks like something that has been botched, because it just looks, flat, as though her lips are, collapsing. And I was saying, just look at that. Just look at that. It is okay for them to do that. But if someone did that to Kim, they would have been told that you should not be speaking on Kim in such manner, because Kim is evidently suffering from a medical condition, right? But these people can go into Bianca's comment section and says her lips are sagging from too much fillers. And there's absolutely no sagging. Because if we know what sagging means, and looking at Bianca's lips, they're giving pouty. How do you have pouty and sagging in the same sentence, right? Because even the Sun themselves are saying that she has a pouty lips. So how is it that it could be pouty? Because when you hear pout, you're thinking about up, perky, full, sag, falling down, wrinkled, shriveled, right? So how is it that her lips have too many lip fillers, lip filler migration, it's sagging, and all of those things? And those comments should be accepted when it comes to Bianca, because Bianca is with Ye, right? So when it comes to Ye and Bianca, it should always be on pleasantries. But when it comes to Kim and her family, people should not be talking about it, right? But then what they're doing secretly is to say Bianca has the same surgery, the faults or flaws or faults as Kim Kardashian, because that's what they're doing, right? They're trying to give that comparison between Kim and Bianca. They did it a couple days ago when I said to you guys, look out for that comparison between Kim and Bianca. Kim is going to use the media to do that. Shortly after, we saw an article that says the Censori family is just like the Kylie Jenner family. And we know that that is furthest from the truth. They're nothing alike. Two different family, two different upbringings and all of that. So now they have pushed things to the boundaries. Like, oh, just like the Kardashian, she's likely to wear lycra clothing so often because she's healing or maintaining the work. But the reality is, she's an artist. She knows what fabric to wear in order to give that illusion that she's seeking to give as an artist, right? No, when I say she's an artist, I know that some people like you to be perfect in your words and say, oh, she's an architect, so she doesn't know anything about fabric. Because people believe that architects don't know anything about fabric. The reality is, some don't and some actually do, right? So they want to give the comparison that this woman has gotten botched like Kim Kardashian, and that is nothing but furthest from the truth. When you look at Bianca, we're not saying that she hasn't had any procedure done, but if she has had, it is so subtle that everything just looks completely natural. And the fabric, I think it's pronounced lycra. The lycra fabric, it's not for healing, really. It is just basically if you want to hold the body or certain parts of the body in a certain way to bring across an illusion and to give that symmetry. It is like, cotton or cheesecloth. It is normally used to give and help to bring out that illusion that the individual is aiming for. So I find it rather, disgusting that the media keeps doing this and people are aiming for this woman to be like Kim in so many ways, more than one. Because initially, it all started out on the Kim K comparison. And then the Kim K comparison kept coming. Then they decided that they were going to push that boundaries a little bit further. Because now that Ye is clapping back to show that his wife is pure perfection, doesn't have the surgery scars like Kim, what they're trying to do is to say, oh, she has had surgery because here she is covering up. Here she is hiding the scars. Here she is wearing a particular fabric to cover the scars. So consistently, there is this PR move to make it seem as though Bianca is just like Ye, right? And the reality is they're not. Because again, if Bianca has had any procedures done, it is so subtle you cannot see it. And the manner in which her boobs hang, you can tell they are natural. And if she has had anything done to it, she and her surgeon will be damn good. As it relates to her lips, being labeled as sagging, that was definitely quite a stretch. But whoever tried that, it is definitely not working. So what they need to do is just give this entire thing a break, give it a rest, because the reality is Kim is botched and Bianca is not. Stop trying to make things seem as something that it's not. Stop trying to make it seem that this woman's beauty comes from 101 plastic surgery, when we all know that's not the case, but that is the case with Kim. We need to be respectful of women and their features, because first they tried to throw Bianca under the bus. It didn't work. Now they want to say, oh, she has sagging lips. She's using a particular fabric that people use when they get plastic surgery. If you ask me, doing stuff like those is very disgusting. And this is why people do not appreciate Kim and her family, because they do these surgeries. When others talk about it, they have a problem. And when a naturally born woman comes along, that woman is thrown under the bus and accused of doing things like the Kardashian Jenners when they haven't. It needs to end, because this has been going on for quite too long and it has gone too far. And I believe that it is something that they will continue to do, because let's face it, when it comes to them and their purity, they have no boundaries. They're really disgusting and really sickening, if you ask me, when it comes to doing those things. But I want to leave this here with you guys. That's all I have to say about that. Let me know your thoughts and see you all later. Bye, guys.